Hey guys, welcome back to another lesson. In this lesson, I'm going to be sharing with you how to get user-generated content using printed cards. Now, this is just one of many examples that you can use to really encourage user-generated content from your customers. So this is really important because UGC is so extremely powerful. I've shown you in a different lesson how you can use it to generate a significant amount of revenue from your Instagram account and drive traffic to and awareness to your products and also your services. So if you don't use this strategy, you're missing out, because we talk about how important it is to be extremely disciplined with your content. And we talk about, it's not just about followers. It's like, how can you drive a relationship with your user base? How can you increase your sales? So this is one strategy that's really, really powerful to get more content and drive more sales. So two birds with one stone. So here is one of the products, Healthish, physical product. I'm just going to unwrap it and just give you an example of how we actually package this up and actually encourage user-generated content. So I'm just going to unwrap this. So this is what people get in the mail. It comes in a box. And here you can see it has a card inside. So I'll just unwrap that and show you exactly what people get. So when someone receives this product, it obviously comes with this card. Now, it's got on the back, don't forget to share your photo using the hashtag HealthishLife for your chance to be featured. So every single person that gets our product, we're asking them, can you share this to be featured? We also do two birds with one stone, because we talk about use and instructions around the specific product. So if you're sending out a product, or if you're sending out a welcome email or something to let somebody know about the service or the product, you can also talk about how to get featured or the benefits of promoting that particular product. So a key thing here is use the hashtag. You need to be able to track this. So this is just one example that we're using with Healthish. Another example is the founder book. So with the founder book, it comes wrapped up in a box, and inside we actually give a pamphlet as well, like this. And it just says, thanks for joining the founder family. Similar kind of approach. Use the founder V1 hashtag to be featured. We also give people the opportunity to win $500 in course credit or products credit. So we choose somebody every now and then at random. So what's really, really important is to incentivize. For Healthish, we don't even incentivize it as much. We don't give any prize or anything, but a lot of people post using the product. So I'm going to pull up on my phone exactly the kind of results that you can get when you actually start doing this. Now, not everybody is going to actually post, but a small proportion do. And the more that you sell your product, the more likelihood you have of more UGC content being created. So as you can see here on the screen, the Healthish Life hashtag, if I go to Healthish Life, you can see all of these people using the product, which is incredible, right? These are everyday people like you or I using the product, and a lot of them are not influencers. Even some influencers actually buy the product, which is crazy, right? So this is how much people love this product. It's a great product, and you can see a lot of people are taking photos using this particular hashtag. So here you can see this person here, Jordan Noel. She's definitely not an influencer. She's actually a customer, and she's taking a photo and she's detailing her story. Day one with my new Healthish water bottle, and I'm in love. I'm always drinking water. So this is something else that happens as a byproduct of getting the UGC. You get the content, but also people are promoting your product to their friends, to their followers. And this has a compound effect, which is very, very powerful. So as an example, if we look at the Founder V1 hashtag, similar kind of effect. With Founder, we don't work with influencers. We just encourage UGC. So if I go to recent as an example, there's a lot of people crash tagging, but you can see top ones. This person is actually an influencer, but they bought the book, which is really, really cool. So they promoted it some time ago. But here's another one, somebody else reposting. This actually didn't come from this person, but they're reposting it for whatever reason. And yeah, here's another one from Startups Unite. So we constantly repost and reuse that content so much that that you can see, like, a lot of them, they come from actual customers, but we're reposting it all the time, and that generates us a lot of sales. One thing that's interesting that I'll share with you guys is this particular post that I have here on the screen from actually Chris. This particular post did really, really well. We sold at least 40 to 50 books. Now, the reason I share this with you is I wouldn't have worked out that this post did really, really well unless somebody created the content for me. And what I worked out is that because, like, this is just an interesting example, because the Founder book is kind of like a compilation of the greatest founders of our time giving advice, a lot of the people that are buying books buy other business books. So a lot of people are doing these collages and then they post and it goes viral of like the top business books to read. So that's an interesting takeaway that we actually should look at replicating the next time we want to try and sell the book or post a photo about it. We should have the top 20 books, or we should do an article on the top 20 books, or we should do a video on the top 20 books. And this is where you can start to see where you get content ideas from the user-generated content that's created. So in regards to the results that you will get if you actively do this, obviously it takes time and it compounds over time. It depends how aggressive you want to get. So for Healthish, we work with so many different influencers and we're always like working with hundreds every single month. A lot of them are always just posting and using the hashtag, and then a lot of customers are. So we're moving a lot of product. We have so much content and we only post a couple of times a day. We don't actually need to create any content. We get enough content that we don't even need to create it. It's fueled by the community and by the influencers that we work with. But for Founder, it takes time. You know, we've had a few hundred people. We don't post, like, that's not one of our only products, but it just takes time. So in regards to the kind of results you can expect, it takes time. Like, let's just say you sell to 100 customers and you send the card. Depending on how awesome your incentive is, you might get 1 or 2 people reposting. You might get 5 reposting. It just really depends. So in regards to creating the card and what you should do, I'm a big fan of keeping it very, very simple. Don't overcomplicate things, and you just want to make it abundantly clear. This is what we want you to do. This is what the hashtag is, and this is what you get. It's probably 3 steps. I wouldn't be too creative with the copy. You can if you want, but I've always found when it comes to stuff like this, when you want people to take action, simplicity is key. So probably just have 3 things on the card. Probably a thank you, then if you want to be featured, here's what you need to do and use this hashtag and this is what you get. Very, very simple. In regards to the design for that particular card, you can get it, you know, something easily created on Fiverr, which shouldn't cost you much, or you can use, you know, a designer that you've already worked with. Very, very simple, shouldn't take much work. And then in regards to printing out the cards, what's really important, if it is a physical product, when you send out that physical product, you just have to make sure you get them printed locally, and, you know, wherever you're shipping from, they just insert it into the product or insert it into the packaging. It's totally up to you. So for Healthish, for example, we actually give the cards to the manufacturer to print out, because when they're packaging up the bottles in boxes for them to then go to the fulfillment center, it's already ready to go. The card is with the product. But for Founder, as an example, the card actually is sent to the 3PL company, and the book is sent separately. So when they're picking and packing, they're just slotting in the card in the book, packaging it up in the box, and then sending the product. So it's totally up to you how you want to do it. This is just the reason that we did this video was because we wanted to inspire you to use a card, use something as a tool to encourage user-generated content when people pay for your product. So as an example, let's just say you have a service-based business. Let's just say you have, like, as an example, Zach in our team, he's here in Melbourne shooting this course here for Strategy Day. He saw, like, there's this like awesome kind of fast food chain that we all love at Founder called Nando's, and he saw that, you know, when he went into actual Nando's restaurant, they actually had a card on each table saying, want to be featured or want to win this, use this hashtag, do XYZ. So it doesn't have to actually be something that's sent to people. If you have a local business, it can actually be a card on every table. It could be a card on the checkout. It could be anything that you want. It could even be an email that you send to existing customers. But what we wanted to achieve with this lesson is to really inspire you, to show you that you want to work with your existing customers and you want to get them to create content for you and to spread the message around your brand, and also take the heavy lifting of creating that content to get the money posts, because the money post is some of the best kind of content to sell your product or your service on Instagram. So the action item for this lesson is create your card, come up with the copy, you know, very, very simple. As I said, outline, you know, the thank you, the steps, 1, 2, 3, this is what I want you to do, this is how to do it, this is what you get, this is the incentive, and start implementing this in your business, in your product, in your service. All right, guys, I'll see you in the next lesson.